What's good, everyone? Party people in the land of virtual world. How are y'all feeling this evening? I hope y'all are doing good. As some of you know, my name is Tunde. I've been kind of in the background for the most part, but Daniel said, "Hey, yo, Tunde, look, I want you up front." And so that's why you see me here right now. It started last month. We have this show on Twitch called Show Improve, where we get competitors from Street Beefs to have debates. You know, we're used to seeing them in a cage, but we ain't never seen them in a cage like this. And what's good, Savage? And we have them dish it out. We have them, argue over who's the best or whatever. And so today is one of those. Today, we are continuing off of the wave of last week's March 6th Street Beefs main campus fight. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but Big Smile and Shinigami faced off. And it had me and Daniel wondering, who are people top 5 heavyweight fighters in Street Beefs? All the Street Beefs. Scrapyard, Pound for Pound, West Coast, the main branch. Who are the top fighters of Street Beefs? And that's what brought us here today. And so before I go any further, I want to bring Daniel up. Daniel, please, let's talk to the people, man. How you feeling, Daniel?
Feeling good, man. Thanks for bringing me on as your co-host. It's going to be fun, man. I can't wait to kind of moderate the conversation because we know it's been heavily contested. I don't know if y'all saw, but people were posting up their top 10, top 15 best fighters. We figured, well, let's just focus on the heavyweight. Before we get into all the different divisions, let's just focus on one at a time. Let's go with the heavyweights, see what people have. And so we wanted to make sure that we brought on some fighters, as Tunde said, who can speak from their own vantage point, from their own perspective, but also from their own experience being around in the cage. We didn't want some folks like ourselves judging y'all or picking the criteria to determine who's the top 5 when we are actually not in the ring. Right. And so I thought it was best that we just invited some fighters on and have this debate.
Let's do it. And so, as you pointed out, this is a conversation amongst peers, right? Yeah. Not spectators, not fans, but peers, people who have met these people, shook hands with these people, seen them in the ring, studied their fighting style. And so they can give a whole different perspective than the average viewer. And that's why this is so unique. And I'm so excited to get people on. And so let's get into the next part of it. Before we continue, I want to just shout out the chat. What's good, Savage? I see you. Fiji, thanks for coming through. Bushido Zed, thanks for coming through. You're always supportive. We appreciate you. Shinigami, thank you. I want to say your name is Black Goku. Rupert Francis, is that Black Goku?
No.
No? All right, and on that note, let's bring everybody on. So this portion of the show, everybody, just so that we're all caught up, we are going to have
Vegeta Black, by the way. That's Vegeta Black.
Vegeta Black. There we go. So I wasn't too far off.
Yeah, Black was in there. I think that the spelling's a little different, but Black was in there.
Black was in there. Vegeta Black. Close enough. Hey, brother, I wasn't trying to squash your name, bro. Vegeta Black. Hey, at some point we want to have you on the show, talk about your name. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the fighters on, and we're gonna discuss the criteria, right, of the list. We're gonna work together to create the criteria, and then we're gonna be off to the races. All right. And so first up, we have.
Do you want me to do the honors of the first person, and then you go second?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. So the first person, the first fighter who's going to be on this show that we went out to invite is the Heart in a Fight Female Fighter of the Year of 2020. She fights at a scrapyard, the lightweight fighter, Cash. Welcome to the show.
Woo! Hey, everybody at home, if y'all can add the effects, the claps. Gash, how you feeling?
Doing good tonight.
Okay. How do you feel about your list? You feeling pretty confident about your list?
I think it's pretty put together. I saw some names in chat when we were asking for who is your personal top 5 favorites that I didn't have on my list. So maybe this list is going to be more controversial than I thought. But
we love to hear that.
But I put it together. I put it together with a lot of thought, and I have pretty good reasonings for all my picks here.
Let's do it. Also, Shinigami, Fiji, and Bushido Bushido Z said, "What's up?"
Oh.
All right, and so our next fighter, very inspirational dude. He created a little snippet about why he fights, and I think after watching that, it got me up and ready to type at my desk job. And so we brought this dude on because we feel like he can be pretty grounded in his ideas, and that's definitely the groundings for a very good debater. So without anything else to say, let's bring up Diesel. How you feeling, Diesel?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm feeling good, got a little headache. Got knocked out today, but feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can you tell us real quick about your fight and who you fought today? I don't know if everybody in virtual land know.
Of course. Right today I fought on a Pisces fight card for that first event as a new promotion, and my opponent was Mook, as everyone knows and loves. And it was a good fight. I thought I did well in the first round. I took lots of shots, but I thought I gave some too. And he caught me with I think it was a hook straight in the second round, about 30 seconds in, and that put me down. So, next thing I know, I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I was like, okay, I can get up. I'm not going to get up. And I didn't. And, it was great fun, and I had a blast, you know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to run that one back, because I feel like with just a little tweaks, I could do a lot better.
Okay, and that's always good to hear. Ever inspirational, the guy. Inspirational.
And here's the thing, right? Despite the loss, you are still here. So we appreciate you for coming on the show, and also giving us your insight. So thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Let's bring up the next one, Daniel.
So the next one. So I think he should cut an ad, right? And so for all of you who create MMA protective gear, right? All of you who do that, I think I have the perfect ambassador for it, right? This man has probably sustained the most punishment out of any fighter that I know, right, for his cut. All jokes aside, he is the hard-hitting light heavyweight fighter in Street Beefs from the West Coast, fighting all the way from Arizona. Wedo, welcome to the show.
Wedo!
My man, can we go one day without talking about my ball sack, bro? Like one day. Just one day. Like, it's more popular than me. The last event I went to, like, it wasn't, hey, what's up, Wedo? How you doing? It's like, hey, how's your balls? Every single time, like 12 times. Nobody cares about Wedo. They just care about Wedo's balls.
Yo,
Hey, that's funny.
I'm loving the set, Wedo. I like the brick in the background. I like the chair. I like everything.
This is my house, homie. I got a 100-year-old house. That's Adobe brick, fam. That shit's 100 years old. Yeah.
Bro,
Right.
bro said my balls are more famous than me. Wow.
They are, bro. Ain't nobody care about
Hey,
Wedo.
hold that. Somebody clip that.
Yeah. They have their own Instagram, their own Facebook accounts.
Easy. They have their own OnlyFans. They got kicked off of Instagram and Facebook, but they got their own OnlyFans. So, Diesel, you subscribe to my OnlyFans, don't you?
You fucking wish, buddy. Wish.
Man.
Hey, Michael Stevenson said, "What's up, Wedo? You got
What up, big man?
out here."
That dude's a beast, man. Mike 100. I love that dude. Dang, World got his own throne. We about to play the game of Thrones. Yeah, nah, it's not a throne, bro. It's a little recliner, man. I figured I'd be comfortable because I'm gonna get drunk as fuck.
And so this next fighter is very, very dominating Holyfield in the ring, right?
He's also a
had,
bitch.
That's debatable. We had him on the show a couple months back, and on that show, he was fighting somebody, and then we had a special guest come on, and then it became him and the special guest locked in. And then in that moment, I understood, okay, yeah, this dude right here, real deal Holyfield. And so we thought from his sheer performance on that episode of Heart in the Fight, why not bring him on in this conversation about top fives? And so here we have 619.
Man, don't give him no fanfare.
I'm
He
here.
ain't- he ain't in the garage right now.
Greatest light heavyweight in Street Beefs is here.
Hey, how you feeling, man?
Chilling,
Another
man,
intro
chilling.
could have been like, we have everyone's daddy on the show, because it seems like every time a fighter challenges you, you always call him your son. What's going on, man? Like, you even call him
that's
heavyweight
Miho.
your son.
Miho.
These are my sons, man. These are my sons.
These are all my sons. Shinigami's wondering how many Four Locos
soul right here.
Shinigami said what?
How many Four Locos have you had? He's wondering.
Oh, I got about that much of this one left, and I forgot to go grab more. So I don't know what else I got in there. I think I got a bottle of wine. That's about it. So we're about to fuck up a bottle of wine here in a bit.
You're the only dude I know that drinks Four Loko.
Hey,
I don't know why, man. I love these fucking things, bro. I love these things. They fuck me up, but I love them.
and so Izzy was supposed to be on. Izzy was juiced about being on, but for some reason we can't get a hold of him. So if anybody in the chat has a direct line
We
for
know
Izzy,
why. We know why Izzy ain't here. His dad,
Because he's a
his dad
bitch.
and
That's
his
why.
uncle's here.
Oh, bitch ass
That's why.
Izzy. Yeah.
His
They
dad
told-
619 and his
he's
uncle
grounded.
Big Weddle are
He's
here.
grounded. Izzy got grounded for staring at too many pictures of 619 and I. So his dad grounded him because he's like, I don't know about this dude. You grounded. Stay away from the
I
phones.
told him, I'll let you come on live, mijo, when I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He said, you didn't say, and it's Mija. Izzy's Mija.
hey, anybody out there, let Izzy know. They talking trash about him on online. Daniel versus Hawani.
That's not going. That's not going to
do that.
You do that shit every day,
For a
You
week.
y'all shouldn't poke the murder bear. You should not do that.
bro.
Hey, look, let's. I mean, what? Why not? It'll be fun.
Yo,
You mean that
these-
5'7"
What's he gonna
bitch?
do? What's he gonna do? Throw a left hook and then throw
Yo.
another left hook?
If you know anything about wild animals, you know that they're most dangerous when they're injured.
Bro, have you seen Izzy?
Sure. All right,
He's not a wild animal. He about the fattest, goofiest wild animal you've ever seen, bro.
fellas,
That
bring
dude
it
is
back.
so
Okay. My bad.
Let's bring it back. And so, what we want to do this next section, we're going to talk about what went into your choice in creating your top five, right? Like, what were the things that you thought about, and then that will form this criteria. All right. So, Daniel, let's cue it up.
All right. So when we think about the criteria,
Let's do it.
I think it's important to understand, right? This allows us to create a framework in which we can kind of compare and contrast how you define who's in your top five. And so I'm going to kind of leave it up to the fighters. How are you determining your top five? What needs to be in the criteria so that we can accurately assess if someone belongs on that list?
Fiji said the Canadian Care Bear. Oh, that's so
Hey,
good.
where is he at? We need to get him in here.
So if we look at the criteria, name one thing that you, as you were determining your own list, one specific characteristic or something that you were measuring them to, what would it be? And what was it?
I'd say having a proven record, having a lot of fights against quality competition.
Wow, that's actually pretty good.
Proven record. And then it was opposition.
Well, I
right?
would define the proven record as having a lot of fights against quality competition. So maybe that's 2 bullet points, maybe that's one.
I mean, we can do two.
Okay.
So,
I can fuck with it.
I think a lot of these points are going to be interwoven with each other. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. That works. That means we can get to debating sooner.
If he can figure out his font.
Yeah, I know, right?
But shit, big as shit, man. Why you going the opposite direction? Make it.
Because you're old, bruh, and so
Yeah,
I'm trying
we
to
need
make
a-
sure you can read it.
We're trying to make sure you can keep up.
That's a good point, bro. I am about 3/4 deep in this Four Loko right now. So y'all just took too long, so I had to start drinking.
Oh, we need you to make it to the show, bro.
You don't tell me what to do, bro. You're not my real dad.
You're not my real dad. All right, so let's get to this next
You're
one.
my stepdad.
You just
Shut up,
the man my
stepdad.
mom dating.
Nah, man. My mom got standards.
All right, so Diesel, what went into your top 5? As you look at your top 5, what are some things that you kept in mind?
Heart and ability.
Heart and ability. Can explain that to us so we all on the
Okay,
same
you know, Triple C, Henry Cejudo, on Joe Rogan's podcast, talked about 2 things that put him above everyone else, and he says it's heart and ability. Because a lot of guys have heart, but they don't have ability. A lot of guys have ability, but they don't have heart.
And so,
You
what
gotta
does
have
heart?
both.
So, what does heart look like when you in the ring? What does that mean? Does it mean like somebody who just signs up for a fight? Does it mean somebody who like is down 2 rounds but brings it back in the last? What does heart look like?
Yeah, you know, someone who can remain composed, who can dig deep when it comes, even in exhaustion, you know, and find a way to find out the win.
Got you. Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. So Widow went to go get another Four Loko.
No, I'm here. I got you. I hear you, bro.
Wow.
All right, so Widow, we asking you, what are some things that went into your list?
So here are the 3 things that I focus on. First and foremost, it's composure. It's how you handle yourself, especially when people are throwing punches at you. Second is going to be accuracy. And then third is your IQ, your striking IQ, your ground game IQ. Those are the 3 things that I look for in that order. And I put it's composure, accuracy, and IQ. And accuracy I put above IQ
Yeah, I was
because
just about to
sometimes
ask about that. Yeah, I was just about to ask before we got.
I put that above IQ because there is a luck factor sometimes. But if you're accurate and you're pretty good at finding that chin, or you're pretty good at sinking a submission, you know what I mean? When you see it coming through, then you're gonna get more wins. Even if you know what to do, you still got to have that accuracy. You know what I mean? And the composure.
Okay, that's a pretty good criteria. And then 619, last but not least, what went into your list, man?
Look at my top 5 are fighters that dominate their opponents.
I couldn't hear you, bro. It was a lot of feedback. Oh, dominance. I got you.
Is that the only thing?
That's all.
Who beats people up the most?
Not even close. Yeah, who beats people up? Who bullies people?
He stares into the camera like, yeah, that's it. Okay, I mean, understanding that these are heavyweight fighters, I do think dominance is important. I agree with you.
All right, so let's just make sure that so it looks like, is this the completed list? Or does anyone have anything else to add to this?
What are we missing here? We got heart, ability, accuracy, IQ.
Oh, hey, can I just add what Izzy would probably say? Hey guys, you just gotta look real good too. You gotta be real cute and catch these hands. Y'all, come on, catch these hands. Oh, did I say it right? 619. Y'all gotta look real cute.
Izzy would say something that Mike Tyson said 10 years ago and try to make it seem like he's
definitely. Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face. Not me.
Okay, so Keenan Washington said KW was good for Streetbeefs West Coast. He said ring control. Would that be dominance? Or
ring control is just standing in the middle of the ring. It literally ring control is just standing in the middle of the ring. What's that mean?
No, ring control includes stuff like cage.
You bully bullying your opponent.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
think-
what Gash was saying, though. Gash was saying that. Go ahead, Gash. I don't want to speak.
Oh
for you.
yeah, I was saying ring control includes stuff like cage cutting. If you can force your opponent to move one way or the other, you can land a lot more strikes.
Exactly.
Um,
Cutting the ring off.
Yeah, it's not just standing in front of your opponent. If your opponent has good ringmanship, they'll be able to escape when they get backed up.
These
So
are
should we add that to the list?
Yeah, I think that falls under fight IQ.
I think so too.
My
I
man.
think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
All right, so let me just make a quick distinction here, just because the way I see IQ in ring control is a little different. The way I see IQ is someone who improves over time in a fight, who makes adjustments, and so Mayweather's known for that, right? Throughout a fight,
I don't think that's what IQ
change.
is, though.
So what is IQ then?
Yeah, what is it?
IQ is knowing what to do next. Okay, IQ is it's knowing what to do next. It's when you're on the ground, it's knowing you want to get side control instead of staying in somebody's guard. You want to mount them from side control. It's slipping a punch instead of jumping back from a punch. That's IQ. It's knowing what to do and when to do it. You know what I mean?
And so, but how would those two be the same if it's ring control, right? And so that's what I'm just trying to make.
Knowing what to do. So, like Gash said, cutting people off. You know what to do and when to do it. When you got somebody in the corner, you want to keep them there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But I think that's dominance, and so does Funny Poet Network. Thanks for tuning in, Funny Poet Network. They said being in control is dominance.
Yeah,
no,
like
okay, so dominance is
things
literally on the list because 619's lazy.
Dominance is you watch any fights.
I make Gash laugh. Like my life is complete. Like, sign me off. I'm done. I win.
Right.
I just won the internet right now.
You guys said everything. You guys left me last. You guys left me with one thing: dominance. You know? I would have said ring IQ and all this other shit too.
No, sure you did. Sure you did.
So I saw somebody, Big Smile. Shout out to Big Smile. He's in the chat. He said finishes.
So if you put all this shit together, we just put in there for criteria, you get more finishes. If you're good at all that shit, you get for your finishes.
Okay.
That's just,
finishes is an outcome.
That is big.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the outcome.
Finishes.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Smile though for his.
Shout out to Big Smile.
For his.
Hey,
for
shout
his
out to everybody who finishes their fights and never needed a judge.
Everybody.
Oh man, this dude 619 does not stay away from controversy, huh?
Nah, bro. Every time we do it live, there's like 10 people who want to fight him. Like, not even in Street Beefs, they just want to pull up on him.
Hey, 619, what's your address?
Don't do it.
I'm on the south side. I'm on the south side of San Diego, right by the border. If shit gets a little spicy, we just cross that border. You know what I mean?
No surprise there.
Funny. Okay, so White Dragon Combatives, he said dedication, how far they drove to fight, not complaining about who they fight. So somebody who just shows up and was like, sign me up. I'm fighting somebody.
I'll put that shit under heart.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree. That goes in the heart. I think looking at everybody, looking at the chat, I think we got a pretty composite criteria. I'm ready for the debates. All right. And so this is how we're gonna set it up. This is the criteria. We're gonna work our way up the list. So 619, then it's gonna be Wero, then it's gonna be Dino, then we're gonna get Gash. If anybody, if we can get Izzy
at all.
I don't know, but I don't call you Tundi.
Oh my
like
bad.
It's Wedo.
Wedo. I apologize. No. Look, call me out on this. No. It's cool. Good. If we can get Izzy, everybody in the chat, if we can combine our powers, I'm sending you my energy, right? Dragon Ball Z.
Somebody
send
find that
Izzy a
little
text.
5'7" midget built like a 6th grader. Find my son.
Little weekend sideshow Bob love child.
Right.
The weekend plus sideshow Bob, you get Izzy.
Yeah.
All right. So look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have 619 go up first, and he's gonna explain his top 5. All right. So
let me set that up for a second. Let me just set that up. Can you see the screen now?
You talking to me?
All right. I am about to set it up. So
Let's do
the
it.
first.
Hey, you
let
caught the
me-
reference there. That's exactly what I was saying.
Bro, I keep thinking Diesel got a filter on his shit, but it's just a light. I keep thinking it's like a cool filter, but it's just a light.
Hey, street benders
he
in the
got
Still
place.
getting naked on there.
Hey, bro, taking off your shirt on the train.
Careful, bro. That's how
Man.
people. My man, people get pregnant for
yeah.
less. You better calm down.
I should take off
You
my
better
pants or
calm down,
what?
homie.
I'm inside my own
My
house.
shirt come off?
Bro said people get pregnant for less.
Bro, do I need to get my titties out too?
These are like he's doing the live for prison.
I know, man, but he in the CDC right now,
Stuck in
bro.
the iPhone and cell block 4.
No, yeah, he just got done doing 400 push-ups.
Hey, hard too
I thought doing
much.
herpes.
Yeah, what's
Me,
the child?
this
Hey,
is how I do every day, all day, no shirt. Today's no different.
the
Today's
people
no
back
different.
said, these know this street beefs, not Thunder Down Under. Hey, bro, got a whole bottle, a whole bottle of wine.
My bad. I don't know what it
We're
is.
about
I'm
to
trying to
pass
figure out
out
what the fuck
about
it
10
is.
Looks like Zinfandel? No.
So
It's Italian or some Italia. Poggio
I can't wait
al
till Weather just
Lago.
passes out on my chair and starts snoring. I can't wait for that.
Fucking passed out.
This is turning into Wedo and the Mexican podcast.
yeah, close heart in a fight, and the rest of the fellows. Yeah, exactly.
My bad. We just got real aggressive personalities.
Good. I mean, that's
we love
fine.
it.
That's
We
fine.
love it.
So
But y'all
let's
did this shit on purpose.
yeah, we did. We said we were very intentional. So let's get 619 some time to talk about his 5.
Okay, so let me just make sure,
Top 5?
right? And so top 5. I just want to make sure for those
Ooh.
who are heavyweights, I just want to make sure that people understood that we did look at a comprehensive list of folks who we considered for this competition, for this debate, and just know that there are some more heavyweight fighters who did not make the list, and so we're looking at active fighters, right? So there's tons of other heavyweights who've been around from the very beginning, but they're no longer fighting, and so we didn't consider them. However, there are fighters, as you see here, that still pop in and out. And they might not be fighting at every event, but they're still enlisted as active fighters. So with that, we're going to bring on 619s. And so we're going to start off with number 5. So at number 5.
Oh, so we started from the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, now we here.
You chose Beast. Tell us why.
Well, I would actually have Beast as number 1. Beast is my number 1 heavyweight.
Okay.
He said, no, actually.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna. How about this? I think this order is wrong, and so I'm just gonna release all 5, and so you talk about who's number 1, who's number 2. We'll just do it that way, since you know you can't. All right. So this is your list.
That's a nice list.
That's my list right
Bro.
there. There you go.
So let's talk about it. We're 619.
Oh, you know what? You had it right. My bad,
Yeah,
you
I
had
was about
it
to
right.
say, come
I
on,
thought
man.
Beast was cornflake.
Bro, you
He's a
racist.
cornflake. Look, I just saw a bald dude.
Easy. They
I
don't all
just
look the
saw,
same,
I
bro.
saw a big bald black dude. I was like, why you got cornflake as my 5?
This dude said, I thought Beast and Cornflake looked the same.
Yeah. They like the
so
Street
tell
Beats
us.
version of who is it? Sam
look
Jackson,
like on
Lawrence
my phone.
Fishburne.
All right, 619, talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right, we'll start with Beast. So I think Beast is the best heavyweight boxer, skill-wise, in the heavyweights. I mean, you could see it. This guy moves. He moves like a fucking flyweight for being that mammoth of a human being. You know what I mean? He's a big dude. I think he has the best hands, boxing-wise. I don't think he has the power of Cornflake, but he definitely has better hands, boxing-wise. His boxing IQ is on there. I'm a fan. I've seen all his fights.
All right, let's go to your number 4.
Then we go to Big Smile. Big Smile's obviously the best heavyweight MMA on the East Coast. Dominates everybody, undefeated. Had that amazing fight with our boy Shinigami out here. So, yeah, looking forward to the rematch. He dominates. He's obviously the best wrestler by far in all the street beef from what I've seen. I would like to see more hands. He would probably be up the list if he showed up more striking. It seems like he just strictly wrestles. Like, he didn't even want to stand and bang with Shinigami. Shinigami's not known for having hands. He wanted no piece of the stand-up, so that's why he's down there. Just because he wrestles a lot, you know. I'd rather see dudes throw blow for blow, but he's a wrestler at heart and the best one in the heavyweights for me.
Okay, let's get into Pookie. Six 1-9, you there?
Bro, the only thing worse than 619 internet connection is Izzy's hands.
Oh.
Hey, look, that was the opportune time for an Izzy joke.
Yeah,
You back? Okay, there we go. So Pookie. So we left off at Pookie.
We good?
Yeah.
Oh, Pookie. My boy Pookie. So my boy Wedo put me on to Pookie. He's like, you gotta watch this dude, Pookie. He's probably the best all around MMA fighter in fucking Street Beefs. He's in the scrapyard. So I want to go check him out, and the scary dude. I would probably have him in front of my boy Shinigami, but he just hasn't fought the competition that these other two have fought. So I'm looking forward to a fight with him versus Big Smile, him versus Shinigami. And it might move up because skill-wise, he might be the best heavyweight in MMA.
That's deep.
Yeah, but I would also say his brother is also equally as talented.
Yeah,
Streetbender would say that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, he reminded me of it. So,
Been drinking.
and so here we go. All right. So is that all the five you said? You mentioned your five?
We're at Shinigami now.
We're at Shinigami. So obviously, Shinigami is, the biggest star on the West Coast, the viral sensation, the fucking head kick, the karateka kick heard around the fucking globe. How could we not have him right there? You know what I mean? Just he would be number one, but I'm a boxing dude, so I got Cornflake at number one. But he's a top dog. I can't wait for the rematch with him and Big Smile on the West Coast. I don't think Big Smile's ready for that West Coast smoke that our boy Shinigami is gonna bring. You know what I mean? And if they fight in that tiny cage in Vegas, holy shit, that's gonna be dope.
Wow. That's a really
I agree. I think it's going to be interesting fighting in that tiny cage.
Yeah.
But Shinigami does have a lot of balance. I was really surprised when Big Smile was carrying his leg across the entire arena and he couldn't really bring him
For
down.
a dude that size, he light-footed as hell, ain't he?
Exactly.
He was vacuuming the whole ring with
Exactly.
When Shinigami kicked him in the face with his toes, I couldn't believe he lifted his leg that high. I was telling Wedo,
neither.
I can't see Shinigami kick him in the face, and he did it. I was like, holy shit.
Nah, yeah, I didn't see that shit coming either.
He scratched him. I don't know. I was,
you better trim those toenails, bro.
Big Smile would have been fine sleeping.
So when I look under the comments, the comment section under that specific fight, people are like, "No, he kicked him," and then some people are like, he whiffed him or whatever. I'm of the school of thought that he whiffed him.
Yeah.
I think Big Smile was anticipating that, and that was more to the talent of Big Smile's practice and training before the fight. He was like, "Okay, yeah, I see that. You okay? Woo." And then it kind of grazed him a little bit up here.
Yeah, stick his toes, graze his nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who did the same thing was Streetbender in the first fight with Shinigami.
Yeah,
he did it twice.
Oh yeah, I agree.
It was just like whoop, whoop. That was tight.
All right, word. All right, so who's next? So we're not going to fully debate these right now. So we just want to make sure that we're letting everyone know who your top 5 are, and then we are going to determine who the top 5 are out of all the heavyweights. Right?
Yeah.
So next we have Wedo. So Wedo's up next, and I'm going to
KW said, wait, really quick. KW said, where'd I go? KW said, nah, you don't hear Graces on the camera.
Hey, we can actually do mine the right way because I remember what the fuck I said.
All right, let's do it, Wedo.
Oh, you want to pop off a big smile on number 5, homie?
Oh shit.
Yep. So, I'll be honest with you, man. Big Smile's impressive, okay? But again, his striking that keeps him out of the like upper class of the top 5. But his wrestling is good enough to keep him in the top 5. Now, once he gets to where he's submitting people with his wrestling, he's going to be on fire. Once he gets to where his striking is on point and he's thinking the next step ahead to submit people when he gets them on the ground, it's going to be over. He's going to take over that division. Like, even he's going to take over Street Beefs wherever he goes once he gets there.
Yeah.
You want to do number 4, Shinigami?
Wow, the disrespect to have our fucking boy at number 4. The fucking disrespect, Weddle.
Hey, 619, shut up. So, the reason I got Shinigami there.
You hate him, don't you? Just say it, dude.
No, I don't hate him, but I have watched him turn his back on Streetbender mid-fight. Okay, that for me, I can't fuck with that. He's still a good striker. He's a great jiu-jitsu guy. He's a good wrestler. But when he turned his back on Streetbender, and then when he turtled up in that first fucking when he turtled up in that first round right before the whatever the fuck happened when they just didn't hear the time getting called or whatever, that was for me. Like I said, it's that aggression, that heart that you have, that dropped him a couple notches. He's still top 5, but I can't give him any higher than that because of those 2 things. But his striking is solid. I mean, it's for one of the heavyweights, it's completely on point. His jiu-jitsu, his ground game, I mean, he submitted Streetbender, so it's like he's very, very well-rounded, but when he gets in deep shit, he almost gives up for a second. He almost shits his pants. And so that's why he's not 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
Somebody get that poor loco out of his fucking Weddle's hand, dude.
Right,
he already moved on.
Yo.
You're gonna have to see Shinigami in person and next Saturday, Weddle. You know that.
I know. No, Shinigami's cool. I like him. But this is I'm trying to give an unbiased opinion, people. You know, I can't just be like, oh, Shinigami's number 1 because he's West Coast and I'm West Coast. You know what I mean? So, next we got Pookie. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This is one impressive motherfucker, okay? Because
for sure.
He's a
his IQ, he's got a high IQ. He knows what to do and when to do it. You know what I mean? He's accurate when he throws strikes. When he's on the ground, when he's rolling you around, he knows what he's doing. Sure. What puts him so high for me though is how tough he is. I watched this dude take a full-on punch to the face from Animal. He goes, boom, and didn't move. It was nuts. I don't know if you guys know Animal. What's his real name? Ben something. This dude's like 370 fucking pounds. This dude is massive. And Pookie took his shots like it was a day at the park. Like they was sparring. It was nuts. I've never seen anything like it. So he's just super tough and he knows what he's doing. This one's going to probably be controversial, but I'll explain it. So my next one's Nasty Native. Now, I got Nasty Native up there at second.
Okay.
Because of the criteria that I set. Okay.
You're obviously very drunk.
Huh?
He said you're obviously very drunk.
I am, but I made this list the other day. Shut up. So, the reason why I got Nasty Native so high is I know we've only seen a little bit about him. However, if you pay attention his striking is some of the cleanest striking, like his boxing striking is some of the cleanest striking that we'll see. Like it's very compact. It's very, very accurate. I understand a lot of people, will say, hey, well, he didn't finish coup d'etat. Well, I don't think many people will finish coup d'etat. I don't ever see him being legit finished. Like that dude's tough. No, you won't. Shut up, 619.
I won't finish him until.
So I'll finish you, but not in like.
How drunk are you?
Enough. Shut up. So, and then his fight IQ is extremely. He's extremely intelligent when it comes to his fight IQ. So that's why he's number 2. His IQ is very high. His accuracy is extremely on point, and his composure. When people throw a punch at him, there's not a panicking bone in his fucking body. Like he knows what to do when that punch comes in, when that kick comes in, when somebody shoots. The composure is on point. And then number 1, I have Cornflake. So the reason why I have Cornflake is because his composure, his boxing IQ, and his accuracy are second to none in any of Street Beefs. Like, he knows that you can't hurt him.
Yeah,
like, watch his fight with Gorilla. He knows that Gorilla can't hurt him. Whether Gorilla can or cannot hurt him, beside the point, but he knows he can't. And his composure during that entire fight is unheard of. It's rare to see somebody so calm and so just ready to throw the next combo. You know what I mean?
All right, awesome. Well, thank you. Well, thank you for describing your list and giving us your rationale. Because your rationale makes sense. It certainly makes sense. I think you added a lot.
It was way better 619. It was way better.
Shinigami, can you on the 20th next Saturday? Can you just roundhouse kick Wedo in his fucking nuts for the disrespect?
Hey, no, Shinigami.
Shinigami. So that's why you put Shinigami up there, because you're scared of getting kicked? Is that what it is?
Hey, Shinigami definitely said this. He said, "Wedo, you better have a cup next time I see you." So I think.
Nah, you don't want to do that, bro. You don't want to do that, my man.
I think we got more people after your balls.
All right.
These are
bro. If you want to be in the top 5, just higher up. Just fight better. Like, don't be mad at me. Don't be fucking mad at me.
Shots fired.
Damn, me, bro.
Hey,
the fucking guy flew Spirit all the way to fucking Virginia, dude. Out of fucking war. Give that guy some props, dude.
He said he gonna give you a snap kick. Where those nuts gonna pop?
Actually, I started keeping them inside my body from now on. For just
you know what, Wedo? I knew you was gonna say something weird, and I'm about to put you on. Hey, Diesel, it's your time, man. It's your time.
All right, at number 5, we got Leiko. You know, I thought that he looked like a smaller heavyweight, and that's why I chose him, because even though he's a little smaller, he was still hanging in just fine with the big boys. He's accurate, he lands, he's active, and that's what I like to see, you know, because I'm a smaller guy myself, and just something to emulate. For number 4, we got Beast. He's big. He is buff, but he is fucking athletic, surprisingly fast.
Yes.
And he's very accurate. And I love the way that he does his showboating. It's a perfect balance of showboating. And it's not too much. It's not too little. It's very entertaining. And I love it all around. And for number 3, we got King Mafia. Once again, surprisingly fast, aggressive, mean. He has the heart, he has the ability. And, I mean, what more can I say? You know, very entertaining, and I love watching it.
He is entertaining. I agree.
I didn't even know King Mafia was a fucking heavyweight. I thought he was a light heavyweight.
Yeah, and that's what I like about him as well, because, like I said about Leiko, you know, smaller guys can get down too, and you know, once again, something that I would love to emulate in my own fight. Same here for Big Bull. He's mean. He's mean. And I like that. I like that ill intent. I like the ill intentions. I like the fact that he is real serious about this. You know, he's not playing no type of games at all.
Sure.
At all. You know, and I respect that 100%. Now, at number 1, of course, we have Cornflake, and
Okay.
my favorite fight from Cornflake is his fight versus Clint Clark.
Yeah.
Clint Clark boxing gym. Clint Clark boxing gym. He got knocked down in the first. Started pouring rain. As soon as it starts raining, he just turned on, like literally turned on. Just accurate bomb. Boom, boom, boom. And he ended up finishing the guy. And that was the most entertaining fight that I've seen in Street Beefs to date, just because it looked like he was definitely getting outstruck, I'd say. Obviously, he got sat down in the first, but he came back in the second with that heart and the ability, like I talked about before, to grind out the W. And those punches were so beautiful. They were the nicest punches I think I ever seen. And that's why I picked Cornflake for number 1.
Cornflake.
It seems pretty consensus that Cornflakes is number 1. Cornflake is number 1.
And for good reason, too, because he is definitely, my favorite heavyweight. For the reason I stated earlier, I can't say enough about the heart. You know, the grind. He just came through. It was literally pouring rain, and he got the job done. Like, amazing.
That's dope.
Yeah, it makes sense why the criteria that you chose was heart, right? Because he certainly in that fight he demonstrated heart, because he was down, like he got hurt and came back up and ended the fight.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. He probably could hurt some MMA fighters just doing
And
boxing.
I like to keep my my explanation short and concise and to the point.
Hey,
I feel like it's a jab at us right now.
These are
like that's a jab right now.
Yes, bro. Like,
Yeah. I feel like that was a shot at one.
all right, so let's get Gash up here. Gash.
Okay. First, I'd like to apologize to some of the heavyweight boxers. My list is comprised exclusively of MMA fighters, and I'm sure if you're a heavyweight boxer, I would have included you. If I was more broadly looking at all fighters, not just MMA fighters. Okay, and besides that, let's start. So for Animal, we've had a couple people put Pookie on the top 5 list, but have not put on the guy who beat Pookie on their top 5 list. He's really strong, he's smart, and he can take a punch. When he's getting really hurt, he focuses on his wrestling and manages to survive by tying up his opponent. He plays to his strengths, which is mostly that he's extremely strong. He is like he's probably the strongest person to ever fight in Street Beefs. And I say this because I have some of his personal best lifts from that are on public record from the meets he goes to. Is a personal best of an 859-pound squat, a 711-pound deadlift, and a 507-pound bench press. His striking did not really compare when he fought Pookie, but he had the strength in wrestling to win that fight confidently. The reason he's ranked at number 5 instead of higher up on the list is mostly because he's not an entirely proven fighter at this point in time. He's had one very convincing win, and to say that he could beat other heavyweights is largely speculation right now. So I would love to see more fights from him, but for that reason, he's number 5. And
How many fights does he have?
for sure.
He's only had one fight so far, which is why he's really down low.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree, Streetbender. I agree because he took a punch from the animal and didn't flinch. And animal's deadlifting 859 pounds.
That his squat is 859.
Bro,
but
Animal is massive. I was there with Gash and I watched that fight. That dude is massive. You could set a Gatorade bottle on this man's ass and it wouldn't go anywhere. He's huge, bro. If you were there, you'd know what it means. Like, you just set it there and he would just walk away and it would just be there.
That doesn't seem like.
Oh, yeah, no, but anyway. Wow. I'm just saying, my man got the cakes. He got everything, bro. He's just huge. He's just such a big dude. What's he, like 400 pounds? It's huge. Anyway, go ahead. My bad.
He's not 400.
So you're saying he has a nice, big, juicy ass, huh, Weddle?
That's not quite what I'm saying. I'm just saying he's big.
Yeah, I'd
I'd
imagine that.
Scrapyard, huh?
Yeah.
Looking like a
You
straight
supposed to go to the
snack,
scrapyard. That's fun. Scrapyard got a little something for everybody, apparently.
Oh my god. Okay. Number 4. I'm not sure that I submitted these correctly here. Oh no, I this is the raw number 4. Can we just reveal all of them so I can go down the list properly?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so at number 4, I have Vandal. The reason Vandal kind of comes from an older period of Street Beefs, because Street Beefs at this point is full of a lot of really, really trained and polished fighters. Vandal was fighting a lot in a period when it really was more pure backyard fighting, and he was simply the toughest guy. I don't think he's the most technical. I don't think he has the best physicality, but he's simply the toughest guy I've ever seen. Like, he has this fight with I think it's pronounced Jai, and it reminded me a lot of the fight scene from They Live, where they just beat each other up for 10 minutes straight. I think Vandal. Someone in chat asks, when was the last time Vandal fought? I think Vandal last fought in towards the end of 2020. And he just taken an absurd amount of punishment across all his fights. He has a huge number of fights. I think he has like 40 or 50 fights. So for those
I think the last time he did fight, in his intro, he said, "I don't have any of my teeth on." So yeah, he takes a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's so hard to stop this guy. You really have to watch the Jai fight rematch, which is my favorite Street Beefs fight of all time. I don't think anyone has taken that kind of damage in all of Street Beefs ever. So that's the fight to watch. And the reason he's still kind of low is just because he's not nearly as polished as these other fighters, but he has a huge record and a huge amount of toughness, and that goes very far for me.
Daniel, what was the quote again? What did Vandal say?
Here he goes.
What Vandal? What was the last thing he said? I ain't got none of my teeth.
Oh yeah. In his intro, he pretty much, you can tell he has on his mouth guard, but you can tell he has no teeth, and so it's like his gums. You know when you have your elders who don't have teeth and they speak, and you can hear the gums in their words, and so you can certainly hear it when he did his intro. You're like, whoa, yeah, he does not have his teeth. So yeah, he's a tough guy.
I ain't got none of my teeth though.
Yeah, I got none of my teeth.
I think the on part of that statement is the funniest part for me. I'm sorry, Gash. I'm gonna give it back to you.
Oh yeah. So for the number 3 spot, I have Shinigami. He has Shinigami at the number 3 spot. He has he has that a point style, karate style striking, which is extremely unique for street beefs. And he builds on it intelligently. He improves from fight to fight through through developing his skills in a full contact fight arena, and by building up his athleticism and physicality. You saw how he went all 3 rounds with Big Smile compared to how he barely went all 3 rounds with Street Bender. He is physically much better than he used to be, even from just a few months ago. When it comes to issues of him giving his back when he's faced with a lot of pressure, I didn't really see that in the Big Smile fight much at all. Not nearly as much as in the Street Bender fight, and that was not even that long ago. So that's why I have him at number 3. And at number 2, I have Pony Boy, who is, I believe he's Pookie's brother.
Yeah, he's his older brother.
Yeah. He has great hand speed and accuracy. He has a good outside low kick. So he can just pressure someone who's just standing in front of him and be like, you got to do something. And he has this really cheeky style where he like baits and he's like, come here. And then counters over the top with his lead right. And he has dropped so many guys onto their butts with that specific strike. And he has a really good finishing instinct. When he has someone hurt, he knows how to chase them to the ground and finish with the ground and pound and finish with submissions. He doesn't have a huge catalog of fights, but he's been extremely dominant in every single fight he has been in. So that's why he's at number 2. And number 1, Big Smile. He's the most proven heavyweight there is. He's had the most dominant number of fights. He has a great chin. He's taken some really hard shots. He has a smart game plan and always goes to his wrestling. And on top of that, he seems like a pretty great guy. He shouts out causes he believes in and trains with people. So he's my number 1 pick for top 5 heavyweights.
Well, thank you for the list. By far, I think Gash probably had the most technical input out of everyone.
For sure. Gash is like, these are my sources.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate it. And so one thing I definitely want to highlight for a second is if anyone has done any kind of, so I work with a lot of data, so I do a lot of kind of data analysis. And so if anyone understands data or understand numbers, they understand what frequency means. And so when we look at frequencies, I think it's important to state this, is that for one, when you look at the way Cornflake went, he showed up on the list 4 times and he was number 1 on 4 of the list. Big Smile showed up on the list 4 times and he was number 1 twice. Shinigami was on the list 5 times. I'm also counting another list. And so let me just also say this. I received another list of 2 other people that aren't here today. So I'm counting that list as well. So know that. So Shinigami showed up on the list 5 times. He was number 2 twice, number 4 twice. Beast showed up on the list 4 times, was number 5 twice. And then we have Pookie, who was on the list twice and showed up both at number 3. Now, when you also look at data and you look at numbers, you look at, well, what are the outliers? What is missing? And so when I looked at your list and I saw who y'all chose, there was one particular fighter that I'm curious why he wasn't necessarily chosen when you look at even the criteria you all chose. And this person is Gorilla. Gorilla Street Beefs record is 20-2. His number of fights. He fought Cornflake 2 times, fought Pitbull Matthews, Mad Titan. He has a number of fights. And so I'm curious why he didn't show up in any of your list when you consider a lot of the criteria you all chose, but also just looking at his record in general.
Quick question for clarification: was both of those fights that he lost against Cornflake?
Yes.
I think wasn't one of his fights against Cornflake a no contest or a draw?
Yeah, it was a no contest. So I don't know if that showed up as a loss, but it was a no contest because he hit Cornflake in the back of the head.
Cornflake in the back of the head like 6 times.
It didn't affect records.
Which, if I had to fight Cornflake, I'll punch him in the back of the head too. I don't want those problems. Let's get this shit over with.
Bro said, "Hey, look at that."
Yeah, you just start making an MMA fight.
Yeah. Like, why are you shooting in a boxing match? I don't know. I panicked.
I'm trying to win.
Yeah. Win at all costs.
And so I certainly just wanted to kind of spotlight that hey, this person did not make it on the list. However, he does meet a lot of the criteria.
Hey, if y'all want me to answer for 619, I can tell you why he's not on his list.
Tell him.
Tell him.
Because 619 wants to fight Gorilla, and he did that shit on purpose.
He did that shit on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. He wants Gorilla to come in and show him why he should be on that list.
I want that third loss to be me. 2 from Gorilla, 1 from 619. I mean,
So
2 from Beast from Conflict.
So one thing is that White Dragon asked, I'm surprised I didn't see Country Hoodlum on this list. And so one thing is that Country Hoodlum actually did show up on the list multiple times, but he's not a heavyweight. He's a light heavyweight.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He just so happens to hit like a heavyweight. And so everyone assumes he's a heavyweight.
Yeah. He would be my number 1 light heavyweight fighter for sure. MMA.
Yeah, and so I think that will lead when we have the light heavyweight debate at another time. We'll certainly, I'm certain that he will be added to that list. So we'll have a debate later.
Did Street better just call out 619 right here and harden the fight?
I don't know if he's calling you out, or I don't know if he's asking if y'all two can go and challenge some people in the main yard.
Yeah, that's what me and Will have been planning to do.
Well, I don't think this is the team sport, so I gotta assume he called him out.
Wait. So 619, explain that. You saying that you and Wedo trying to challenge the scrapyard? I mean, not scrapyard, the main branch.
Wedo wants to fight Bad News, and I want to go beat up Beast and Beast. Gorilla.
Gorilla, we just talked about it, bro.
Fuck that. Sorry, Beast.
Nah, here's what happened. Here's what happened. He said, would you go out to the
main branch?
Would you go out to the main branch and fight? And I was like, yeah. I said maybe I can get a match with Bad News.
Yeah, he wants.
He wants to fight Gorilla. So
crazy.
It'd be a dope ass match.
That'd be crazy.
What's he like? 30-0 or some shit like that. My man put it down.
Yeah, Bad News is putting in work, man.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if my record 1-1-1 gives me an opportunity to fight that man, but if it did, I would take it.
I mean, at least he knows your weakness. We're gonna have to figure out.
Yeah, man, my ball sack, my super famous ball sack. I should get T-shirts printed with just my nutsack on them.
Hey, that's disgusting, man.
But like a silhouette, not like super detailed. A silhouette,
and then like a boxing glove.
Yeah, looking like a little Crown Royal sack. You know what I'm saying? Make it pretty, all velvety and soft to the touch.
Hey, did we ever find my son Easy Campbell during this whole fucking life?
Nah, man, he got scared.
We didn't, man.
Where's that chubby little kid at, huh?
Yeah, nah.
Hey, Izzy.
He got scared.
Hey,
I can't believe he didn't show up. Me and what
Vegeta Black. Vegeta Black asked me trying to fight him.
Who's going to fight me for my boxing debut? Vegeta Black just asked that.
Yeah.
Sign me up, mijo.
Mijo.
Hey, Tiny Tank, Bushido, y'all listening? Y'all hear this?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't got an opponent for next Saturday. I'm just flying in with my side chick and my boy and whatever.
Bro, hey, 619, it's a whole different dude.
I told Wedo I'm flying in with my side chick. He's like, you still got a side chick, bro? Like, what are you doing?
I know. I was like, you so dumb, bro. The fuck, you almost 40 years old with a side chick, man. Like, grow the fuck up.
That's funny. That's
What
funny.
is wrong with this dude?
But Daniel, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about on your slides?
Nope. Just now, it's time to determine who are the top 5.
Okay.
So if we were to create a collective list, and I think it's
Obviously,
important to note
Cornflake
this.
number 1.
Yeah, it sounds like, right? Just looking at the numbers alone, the frequencies.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
can we agree with that?
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Cornflake number 1.
All right, then who's number 2?
Hey, you know what I can fuck with though? You know what I can honestly fuck with? Gash is having Pony Boy on the list.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know who I would replace off my list, but I can fuck with that. So if we got Pony Boy
for his brother.
So
if we got Pony Boy on the list somewhere, I could work with that.
Pony Boy's right there. He's number 6 probably.
Top 5, and he's number 6.
I'm saying he's right there. He's easily push out.
Yeah, he can box, but he can't math. Obviously, math is not his thing.
All right, so do we want to go top down or do we want to go bottom up? We know who number 1 is. Do we want to start at 5 and work our way up?
I say we go from number 1 to 2.
Let's do it. Who's 2?
What about Beast for number 2?
Beast.
I don't like Beast for number 2. I really don't.
I don't like Beast at all.
No, I do like Beast. He's good, but 619 thinks he's a boxing fucking prodigy, and like he's good, but I don't. He's nowhere near Cornflake's level, in my opinion. Like I think when they fight,
Cornflake, but Cornflake have
he's
power.
not. Nah, bro, I don't think he is, man. I don't think he is.
Yeah.
If he's not,
But I mean, I can fuck with him being on the list. I can fuck with him being on the list, though.
So who's the second most to show up on the list, Daniel? I call out chat room. Who's the second most to show up on the list?
I mean, honestly, I think we could all probably put Big Smile on the list for number 2, because a lot of us had Big Smile up there.
Yeah.
And number 2, not a bad spot for the homie right there.
Okay.
I mean, are we all in agreement with that? I see Gash saying yes.
Diesel, what you think? Big Smile number 2?
I'm cool with that.
But we didn't number him. Did we number him higher than Shinigami? Because I want to say on Gash's list was the only time he was higher than Shinigami.
I'll say this though about
on
Big Smile. I'll say this about Big Smile and the Beast. I think if it was boxing, Beast takes it. Beast takes it.
Oh, Big Smile? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, easy.
But I mean, I don't have a problem with putting anyone on at number 2, because to be honest, my list was in no particular order to begin with until I was asked to make it in order.
Top 5 then. Did you say no particular order? I fucking love this dude. I love this dude.
Let me explain. I love each fighter for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are similar and some reasons intertwined. But I mean, shit, dude. I can see all men being ranked at number 1 above everyone else, in my opinion. But I don't have a problem putting them in order. You know, if I had to, and which I did. So.
Let's do it. That's what the show is about.
Yeah.
So obviously we're looking at what, Shinny or Big Smile in number 2.
That's what we're looking at. And so
that's what we're looking at.
Widow. I'm sorry. Let me.
I'm used to it, man.
Where's Shinigami on your list?
Man, y'all saw number 4 on my list.
You saw the disrespect.
And Big Smile. And Big Smile was number 5, right?
No. Who was it?
No,
man, I'm too drunk. I'm too drunk now to remember, man.
I want to say.
I'm really drunk.
Shinigami was number 4 on Wedo's list.
Yeah, Big Smile was number 5.
Yep. Yeah, and so I'm just saying on all of our lists, except for Gash, we've consistently ranked Shinigami higher than Big Smile, but then on this final 5, we're ranking Big Smile higher than Shinigami.
Yeah,
I agree.
How can you put Shinigami over Big Smile?
Yeah, no.
I don't understand that.
You say how?
They have
Shinigami over Big Smile? Well, because the Shinigami's striking. So if you watch Shinigami and Big Smile do their thing, the biggest thing I noticed, Shinigami has better striking, but also his fight IQ is a touch higher. So Big Smile will take you down. He'll drag you to the ground, but it takes him a second to realize what to do next. When Shinigami hits the ground, he already knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing. and he starts maneuvering that direction. You know what I mean?
But in that fight, Shinigami spent a lot of time on the bottom being hit, regardless of if you think he was making the faster decisions. He was still spending a lot of time on the bottom getting hit.
And I agree with that. But being on the bottom in jiu-jitsu is not necessarily a bad thing.
It's about being in MMA because then you got a big guy on top of you hitting you in the face, and that's what happened in that fight.
Yeah.
Wrestling, being on top in wrestling is the main thing. So if you're looking at it from a wrestling standpoint, being on the bottom is not good. If you're looking at it from a jiu-jitsu standpoint, being on the bottom is not bad, but for MMA, it can be problematic. But like you're saying, I think Shinny has a good wherewithal. He knows, what's going on and what he needs to do next, even if he is on the bottom.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit higher of an IQ for an all-around MMA than Big Smile does.
Well, they are going to rematch, right? And the last time Shinigami rematched with someone, he fought to a draw. He made the adjustments to get the win. So I would really like to see that rematch, and I would really like to see what Shinigami brings to counter Big Smile's wrestling.
But we also got to watch Big Smile, too, because there's no way that Big Smile's not in the gym working on his striking right now. There's no way.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be irresponsible of him not to be.
I mean, he said it. He said it here in this chat. He said he's literally working on his boxing, his striking now. He literally. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can find it.
He said, "I'm starting boxing.
I believe you."
Weekend.
He said he's starting boxing.
So
this
two things.
Started boxing. He just started boxing.
Yeah,
he gotta have some type of striking because his striking is not terrible enough that he just started it. Maybe he's just naturally gifted. But striking is decent. It's just I wouldn't put it up with Shinigami's.
There we go.
Shinigani's a whole nother level.
Oh, boxing matches, not classes, matches.
Bro, you don't even train boxing. He just said, "Give me some boxing fights and I'll figure it out."
Throw me in the ring, family. Throw me in the ring.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta just fight people to figure it out.
Did Big Smile throw a punch during that fight standing up? The entire fight? Did he throw an actual punch as he was standing up?
Yeah, he threw punches.
So two things. One, Cornflake just showed up, and so Cornflake. Just to give you a heads up, we have been debating the top 5, and as you know, just so that you're aware, when you look at the list at the moment, you've been ranked number 1.
Cornflake, numero uno.
Number 1.
You're my number 1, Cornflake.
Yep. Man, I'm trying to have Cornflake as my Valentine next February.
I want Cornflake to sign my gloves after I beat up the fucking
sign you.
And so number 2, we have your date 619.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ,
bro!
Balls on this
God. Yo, thank God you showed up. Thank God you showed up, Izzy.
It's the man with the doo-doo hands.
I'm not $1 million hands. Don't disrespect me like that.
Bro, you ain't got shit. You barely got a left hook.
Where you been at, mijo?
I was with my little brother all day, and my phone died.
So you know, little brother. You know you got responsibilities. You know you got responsibilities, bro.
That's true.
That's what he was doing.
That's what the wood's for. Daddy duty and I'm not even a father, sucks, but it's lit.
Bro.
Had some great bonding with my little brother. Today, I ran for the first time since I got injured. I ran. Andy,
that's not true. That is not true. You've been running from me and 619 for months. Woo! Woo, bitch! That is not true.
He's trying to run to the East Coast and fight Scarface rematch instead of getting his ass beat by me. Balls on this nerd.
I take you for a ride. Andy, you fat, man. You eating Cheetos? I slap the beard off your ass.
Bro, why that mustache so wispy, bro? It's splotchy.
I want to know why that beard's so patchy. It look like my ass hair. Izzy, I'm gonna shave my balls and fucking mail it to you so you could fix that struggle beard.
That's
I bet you get your ass kicked.
All right, fellas. So we
Vegeta
see that
Black.
y'all
I love Vegeta
Let's
Black.
get back on track, gentlemen. Let's get back on track.
Yes.
Half
Vegeta
this whole
Black's
live has been
technically
talking
he
about
can't
balls.
run.
Vegeta Black letting you know, Izzy, you can't run technically because your feet.
No, it hurt.
Because-
Don't get me
No,
wrong.
because his legs are like his whole leg is like 1.5 feet long.
Yeah.
That's why I can't run. He's
What
like
is that?
All right,
4
so
foot
let's
tall.
get back to it. So Canadian, what you missed? What you missed is
Weezo, what, dude? Your hair, you're bald.
Yo.
And shirtless. He just took his shirt off for the ladies.
he did.
Like, American History X over here.
These are
No. It's not. I'll tell you what it is. It's the beast from Glass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's funny.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Canadian,
I love that movie.
just to catch you up. So
I love it.
so they asking to hear Izzy's top 5. They want to hear Izzy's top 5.
Boxers and heavyweight.
Hold on. I got it. Let me bring it up for you.
Let's do it.
Top 5 as a whole. Izzy, pay attention.
Top 5.
Hey,
Street
I don't
Beefs
appreciate you culturally appropriating my boy right now either.
Well,
All right, so here it goes.
All right, let's do it, Izzy. It's on you.
Put the hat back on, please.
No, yeah, true. I wore this, so I can. So I'm the Mexican now, since Andy wants to call himself the champ when he's not. I'm the Mexican. Now what?
All right, yeah. Before we get down too far down that road,
Right? Before the rabbit hole gets deeper, Canadian, your top 5.
The cornflake.
hold on. You see the screen, right?
Start with number 5, Izzy. You can't read. Come on, bro.
He said Canadian.
Get closer so you can read.
Beast. Shinigami.
Why
Big Smile, then Shinigami. And Gorilla, then Pinky.
Oh man, you done switched up on me, man.
I did.
Hey, he switched up because he don't know what he's talking about.
You definitely did, bro.
But you said boxers.
We
So-
said
No,
either
we
one. We said
He
either
said
one.
just
Oh,
heavyweights,
either
bro.
one. Okay, well then, yeah, Warlord. Definitely Warlord. Warlord has literally been the champ for a second. He has to give it up.
Okay, so you are raising a point of contention as we are talking right now. So is Shinigami higher than Big Smile, or is Big Smile higher than Shinigami?
I got Shinigami being, I got Shinigami one below Big Smile because.
Hey, Shinny's the only dude who got your back with me and 619. He's the only cat
Trust me,
believes in you, bro.
Shimigami's
The only one that believes in you.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Wait, show me
He's
that
the
thing
only
again.
one,
Show me
bro.
the link again. I got him. I got to mess. I'm high, dude. Just give me a second.
You said I'm high.
Okay, I got Shinigami and Big Smile. So, Cornflake, Warlord, Shinigami, Big Smile.
Damn.
Shimigami said, "Damn."
Shinny about to be Team Wedo and the Mexican instead of Canadian right now.
Hold on.
Hey,
Give me a
done.
second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Judas.
Now look.
He the Judas. He
Now
the
look.
He said 619. Fuck him up.
Shinigami is higher than
With
Big
pleasure.
Smile. What are you doing?
We're just waiting.
Oh,
all right. So just for clarification, Canadian,
shit,
just
my
for
bad.
clarification. Is this your list, or is Shinigami and Big Smile?
Don't give him a chance to back out. How you gonna give him a chance to back
Shinigami,
out
Big
right now?
Smile, switch. I'm sorry.
Okay,
It's Cornflake, Warlord, Shinigami, Big Smile, Beast.
Oh,
Low
Yeah.
key, Beast could be.
Oh
Big Smile.
man.
I gotta see Beast versus
Hey,
Cornflake.
okay. So let's do it. Let's do it.
Back it on up.
Let's do it. So talk about number 5. Why you got Beast at number 5?
Because Beast hasn't fought nobody that's impressive.
Oh my god.
Neither have you.
Beast, I beat Scarface, world. Be quiet.
You didn't beat
It's
Scarface.
one bitch. And everybody beats Scarface. He literally gives everybody a win.
It was before he did that. Damn it! All right.
Oh, before he did that, huh?
Y'all,
Hey,
peer
Streetbeefs
pressure
said
me.
y'all peer pressure him to change his list.
No, but look,
Hey, nobody
look
did
at that.
nothing, man.
I'm super high. I've been.
Hey, that's what
I've had
happens.
a long day.
No, excuse me. That's what happens when your balls ain't dropped yet. People can change your mind for you.
That is true. That's some of my extras.
Okay, so
No,
Beast has
I
a
gotta
lot.
go, you guys.
Like, Beast is cool. Beast is cool,
you gotta
but
go, Diesel.
Yeah,
Beast
yeah,
has
I
a-
gotta cut out early. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I got things to tend to with the children and stuff. You know how it is.
Handle your business,
Will
man.
be a
Thank you
father.
for coming through, man. We
It's
appreciate
been
you.
a pleasure. Appreciate you
Yeah.
guys.
This is fun.
Oh, Diesel, you out? Holla at your boy, homie. I'm gonna hit you up later.
See you
All right,
guys.
thanks, Diesel. Appreciate it.
Later.
Bro, why are you talking like you can hoop?
Huh?
So
Why you
Canadian.
talk like you can hoop or something?
Bro, you saw me. You seen the clips, man. I'm nice.
All
right,
right,
so
y'all.
Canadian.
Let's get back to this debate, y'all.
Let's get back to this, right? Because look, we're gonna let y'all have at it at the end, but let's get this top five
Beast has
consolidated.
been literally running through pound for pound, but when it comes to him and Cornflake, I don't think Beast can fuck with Cornflake. And also on top of that, Cornflake's resume just looks better. He's an OG, so of course he's had more matches, but he's gone through some Wall of Famers and destroyed them. He's beat Gorilla ass twice.
I don't know about that.
Who does that? No. Beast has to fight Cornflake and beat him, and then
Izzy got no heart if all it took was a little peer pressure. Fiji said, "Shut up, bitch."
The chat on you. Hey, Cornflake is a scary man. I agree, Street Bender.
Cornflake is a scary man because he's just so calm with it.
He is so super calculated, super composed, as you said. And so we got Cornflake.
Who is Beast that you would be scared of?
Hey, Big Smile said, why you gotta switch up?
Are cool, but they're 0-0, 1-0, 2-0 fighters. You know, they like Cornflake has beaten what? At least half of the Wall of Fame in the OG yard. And no one has still taken his belt. He's an active champion. Of course, he's going to be way higher than that. Beast
active champion. You should take notes on that shit, bro.
Wow.
Write that down, homie. Active champion. Write that down.
So the reason why it was important for you to go over your top five, Canadian, we have Cornflake as one, right? We're trying to consolidate everybody's top five based off of appearance. Cornflake obviously takes number one. He has it, right? Like he's walking away with top five. With number one. Number two, we're trying to figure out if Shinigami goes before Big Smile or Big Smile goes before Shinigami.
I think, damn man, I think they're tied. I think they're tied even if not Shinigami up more, because honestly, Big Smile is great on the ground, but he doesn't have a standing game.
Big Smile just asked why you got to switch it up. I'll answer that. Because he goes both ways, bro. Sometimes he just got to go both ways. You know what I mean? Just to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. So,
I'm not going to lie.
Change up what they said. You know what I mean?
I expected Shinigami to knock out Big Smile.
What? Really? I didn't expect that at all.
Because Big Smile his chin hasn't been tested, and he doesn't have a good stand-up game. His ground game is where he excels. And when you watch the Shinigami versus Big Smile fight, Big Smile's main offense
Bro, what does that even mean? Speak with your chest? I seen that shit at Kevin Hart stand up one time. Sorry, I know you was talking, Izzy, but nobody cares.
Yeah. you gotta remember, Izzy's still going through puberty. His balls haven't dropped.
Yeah, so somebody said that Beast would take Cornflake in the chat, and Cornflake came through and said, "No, that's not happening."
Well, he can't, bro. He can't. Like, don't get me wrong. I do respect Beast, but he's not taking Cornflake. He's just
Beast chin ain't even tested. I don't know. He was like the guy that's beating everybody that's like lesser than him down, but has he beaten somebody? He hasn't beaten Tyree. And Tyree looked like he the only one that can give Cornflake, him and Gorilla give Cornflake a problem.
Let me ask everybody a question real quick. Let me ask everybody a quick question. Now, I know everybody talking about who they beat and when they beat them, but don't we just show up and fight who's available? Like, we don't get to choose half the time who we get to beat. So why do you think that's, how good somebody is contingent? Like, why do you think Beast is contingent on who he's beating? He's just given opponents. It's not like he gets to choose them.
That's true.
That's a good point.
That is
Good
true.
point.
That
Good
is
point.
true. But at the same time, we got to be fair in the rankings, you know, and it wouldn't be fair to place a newcomer, a relatively newcomer, over an OG Wall of Famer who's been in there with the best of them. And granted, they don't choose their opponents, but when it is like a title fight, when it is title contentions, those fights get matched up a lot of the time, especially back then before Cornflake was even on the wall. Because I was watching Street Beefs way before like the wall was like filled out like it is. Cornflake was just in there throwing them against. It was a smaller community, so he knew who he was fighting, but not like it wasn't matched up because there was only so many people in Street Beefs. And Cornflake been knocking out damn near the who's who.
No, I agree with you that Cornflake is takes a spot above Beast, but I'm talking as a whole. Like when we look at who's fighting, who somebody has fought, like I don't know what's I say. Also, after talking Beast face to face for a bit, the dude is a champion. No offense to you, Flake. Of course, I think it'd be a fight for the ages. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. Like if Beast can pull it off, that's gonna be a hell of an upset.
Round 3 or 4.
Cornflake said, "I know who I'm fighting ahead of time. My opponent's matched."
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Cornflake, you're
But up and coming, yeah, you got a belt right now, so you need to. But when it comes
that's
to
true, defending champion.
like, yeah, when it comes to like me, you know, 619 gets matched up, but I still just show up and sign up and fight. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So-
619 gets matched up because he beats.
Well, because you never show up. That's because he gets matched up because you ain't never there, is he?
All right, so before we get into the highlight fight of the evening, before we get into the highlight fight of the evening, right?
He's gonna kick my ass.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back because the world wants to see Izzy versus 619 and Wedo. But
And I
before
can
we
run.
get that-
I ran today. I'm whooping your ass, Andy.
Before we get to that,
Andre.
so number two,
Yeah,
number two, are we agreeing that Shinigami is going before Big Smile?
Yes, we can agree with that.
Okay, let's vote.
Gas said no.
Right, let's vote.
Gas said nope.
So, who's all in for Shinigami going before Big Smile? Raise your hand. Wow. Okay, I was about to say it's a draw. Okay. So, Gash, I'm sorry to you, but Big Smile, if you're still in the chat, I apologize to you as well. But the people spoken.
It's objective. They know
As far as my dissent goes, it's only a mild objection because I have Shinigami at number 3. So.
Hey, somebody trying to call in. So somebody trying to debate y'all debating. And then
like a radio.
Can I call in?
Big Smile and Shin.
Vegeta Black.
He stay eating those fucking things, man. Vegeta, he stay eating those.
You said what?
4-0, Vegeta Black. Hot Cheetos,
Big
baby.
Smile shouldn't be in this.
Vegeta. Hey, shout out to Vegeta Black, man. That dude's cool as shit. I met him at the
Vegeta
last
Black
event.
funny, man. Hey, we gotta get Vegeta Black on the show.
Hey, you do. He's cool as fuck, man. For 2 hours, I said his name wrong. And when I met him, I was like, hey, man, is it Vegeta or Vegeta? But he's like, Vegeta.
Vegeta?
And that was it. He didn't talk shit, nothing. I'd have been all over somebody's ass for fucking my name up. But no, he was cool about it. He was like, nah, it's Vegeta.
All right, so we got 2 and 3, right? So Cornflake takes number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Shinigami is number 2.
Oh.
Big Smile number 3.
Yes.
Who's number 4?
Pookie.
Gorilla.
Pookie, Gorilla.
I gonna say Gorilla when Gorilla ain't make nobody's list.
That's
You
true.
gonna
That's
toss
true.
it out there? You gonna toss it out there because somebody
Gorilla not
else?
even on his list.
Yeah, he ain't on his list. He go.
He's not on my list because he just clinches too much. And, you know, I hate people that clinch. He clinches way too much.
I respect Gorilla as a fighter, but the criteria that I put forth, I don't think he quite meets that.
What criteria are you using?
I mean, he's easily 6 to 10, but top 5, I don't see it.
What criteria are we using?
Top 10, most def. He's top 10 Gorillas though.
Easily top 10.
So we asked y'all, generally speaking, top 5 street beef fighters, and then at the top of the show, we asked y'all what criteria y'all use so that we can all be on the same page. Daniel, I don't know if you're there, but Daniel has the slides. He can go back to that once
He's
gets
muted.
Back. There we go. Daniel, can you pull up the criteria once again?
Yep, I'll pull that up in a second. Give me a second.
So number 4, as he's pulling up the criteria, at number 4, who we got for number 4?
Pony Boy.
Fiji saying Pony Boy.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, I honestly can fuck with Pony Boy.
I could
being
easily
on number
put
4.
Pony Boy on 3.
Him or Pookie, to be honest with you, for number 4.
Either one.
I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that because those dudes are pretty clean.
Yeah, they're good, but I mean, like, are we going to disrespect some of the other the top 5?
Hey, whoa! This ain't about disrespect. This is about meeting a certain criteria that we set forth from the beginning. I need you to catch up. I need you to pay attention, Izzy.
What's the criteria, damn it? You're not telling me. You're not
So take that stupid ass hat off and pay attention, bro.
So do we want to put Pony Boy as 4?
Vero, all right? We take you for a ride out here.
It's Wedo, bitch. God damn it.
All right, so Izzy, Canadian, this is the criteria. We talked about this at the beginning of the show. We had some of the people watching at home contribute to it. These are the things that we were factoring in, right? Proven record. Okay, so Cornflake said Big Bull. I agree. I'm surprised Big Bull hasn't shown up on anybody's list. But proven record, quality of opposition, so their opponent, heart, ability, composure, accuracy, IQ, and dominance.
Hey, Kundi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got to take something else into consideration.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
I would like to just instill this little caveat right here, okay?
Let's do it.
When you talk about, like, let's say you talk about the UFC, you talk about the greatest fighters in the UFC, you can literally Google lists of them. You can't do that with Street Beefs fighters. You know what I mean? Like, there's some guys we just don't know about. No matter how many Street Beefs fights we watch, sometimes they just don't show up on the feed. You know what I mean? So there's some guys that we just didn't really know about in the beginning. And I'm hearing some names. I've heard some names before in the past. I haven't seen a lot of their fights. So sometimes that's why they don't make the list. I'm sure everybody probably has a fighter they're thinking about right now. It's like, oh, shit. You know, like, it's real hard to just get a full list of Street Beefs fighters. It's very hard. You got to make your own.
That's real. That's a really good point. Shinigami said, to your point, Streetbender. Streetbender was somebody that, you know, pretty much came from nowhere, and was able to, you know, give Shinigami a couple of good fights. And so, to your point, Wedo, you make a really good point. Mm-hmm. But that's not this show. This show, we're trying to find the top 5.
I'm just saying. Like, the reason why I bring that up is because of Big Bull. Like, a lot of people don't know. I mean, how many of y'all have watched all of his fights?
Big Bull is a top.
You know what I mean? I have not watched all his fights. I'm going to, and that might amend my list a little bit. I've heard of him. I saw that live you guys did with him when he fought
OGC.
What's his nuts? Yeah, what's his nuts? Yeah, that shit went hard too. But I haven't watched a lot of his fights, so that might change my list a little bit if I go back and watch them. So these lists, I don't think these lists are static. You know what I mean?
And I agree, because it's early in the year, and Heart in the Fight is definitely going to do a Fighter of the Year at the end of this year, and maybe we could do something like this to like kind of usher that in. Who knows?
Yeah, and the only thing I can
it's a bottle of Jack. We're on.
but I think what this does is it sets up the rankings now, right? And so we can have our top 5 now, and throughout the year we can negotiate who cracks it, who doesn't.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. The only thing I know about that top 5 is Izzy ain't gonna be nowhere close, bro. By the end of this year, homie's gonna be starched and done. He'll be retired. Nobody will remember his name. They'll be like, who?
Hey, y'all trying to retire the Canadian?
We gonna retire the Canadian.
Hey, y'all heard it here first. They're trying to retire the Canadian.
Andy boy, I'm gonna kick your ass. Well, I'm not there. Well,
what you gonna do? Throw a left hook, bro? You gonna throw another left hook? How many left hooks you gonna throw in that fight? 40?
See, Jeremy, I agree. We got Cornflake as number 1.
Yes.
We got Cornflake as number 1. Vegeta Black said he loves Canadian bacon. By the way, Izzy, he loves Canadian bacon.
I do too. It's a great pizza topping.
So for number 4, we got Pony Boy. That's what we doing. We putting Pony Boy.
I mean, I can fuck with that.
We could easily put Pony Boy on there at 4.
Yeah, because he's beat. Like, I know he didn't make my list, but he's one of those fighters that, like, I watch some of his fights. I know he's got the skill set, but he's not somebody that's just prevalent when you think of Street Beefs all the time. You know what I mean? Like, his name doesn't pop up all over the place.
Do you think he could contend with any of the other 3 on this?
Yeah,
list?
he would beat him.
MMA wise, yeah.
Gas said, yup.
Yeah, yeah, he would be. I like it. Look at you. Yes,
like,
welcome to the party.
Damn
This is
right.
what we've been doing the whole time. Yeah, Gas done turned West Coast on these bitches. Yeah, she
Hey,
gonna come back.
you already know it's all love. You already know it's all
No,
love. Cornflake.
I'll say this:
Yeah.
the scrapyard MMA heavyweights are just better. Like they really are.
Who are they?
The Animal,
Animal,
Pony
Pookie, Tony
Destroyer.
Boy.
Yeah, we got. It's definitely as far as the heavyweight MMA divisions go. You know, all you top 5 heavyweight MMA guys gotta come up to the scrapyard.
Wow.
Gotta make the visit and gotta test yourself against
She's got
these
a point.
guys.
That's a
Got a
statement.
point.
That's
I've
a
seen
statement.
a couple of them, man, dude. I've seen a couple of them there.
That's
The
a statement.
OG
Hey.
No unintended, but
Wow,
they're fucking animals.
Yeah, but there's 2
You're
heavyweights. There's 2 heavyweights who just got on the scene at Scrapyard. One is Neezy Gun. Oh man, dude's a killer. If you haven't seen his fight, like,
Oh yeah,
granted, it's only one fight, but you can see a lot of technique and power in his strikes. And then you have a really young dude, 19 years old. I think he's called the Young Real Lion or something like that.
Oh yeah, that guy is so destructive and
That's what I'm saying. And so, to Gash's point, I think you really have to look at some of the branches who are developing a lot of the heavyweights. And it seems like Scrapyard has a lot of new heavyweights.
yeah, and they're all really good. Like
Fiji just said he going up the scrapyard soon. My man, train. Those motherfuckers don't play games. It's also cold as shit. It's fucking cold, man. It's stupid cold.
well, it's not so cold in the spring and summer, but you came up in like the middle of winter.
Hey, did anybody see
Like an
Izzy's
idiot.
fight in the scrapyard?
Your ass, Andy.
It took me probably like 15,
Has
20
anybody
minutes to
seen-
feel my toes again.
The Canadians fight in the scrapyard.
No,
Yeah, I fucking dismantled Louse Mouse. Come on.
Has
Andy.
anybody
Did anybody
seen that
see your
shit
fight
show
with
of a boxing
KO
match?
where he almost
I
knocked
don't
you out?
think dismantle is the
Getting
word that we should
fucking
use here.
ropes, getting his ass jabbed. to
Dismantle's
death,
not the word.
ass hit
Survived.
2 times.
You survived.
He's like
Louse
a
mouth is
fucking
the word we
fighter,
use.
fucking little, this fucking geek right here.
All right, so
Whoa,
fellas,
that was man. That man was on the way to. That man was on the way to being your stepfather, bro.
He
Let's
was
bring
in
it
the
back,
fight
fellas.
of his life
Where?
in the scrap.
Come on.
so number 4, we got Proud
Hey,
Boy.
nine,
It's
easy,
consensus.
easy.
So number 5, who we got for number 5?
Beast.
Beast.
Beast. It seemed like Beast is a consent. That was pretty easy.
Man, I really
for that fight.
I really don't like my boy Nasty Native not making his list, but yeah, I can fuck with Beast being on
Bro,
number
he has
5.
one fight, bro.
Yo,
You got
that's
2.
that's a good case for Tyreek.
I'm telling you, man. Watch him. Pay attention, bro.
Oh,
He meets all the criteria.
We know
He
nasty
meets all the
Native
criteria.
is nasty, but he has one fight.
Yes. With,
Okay.
hey, it doesn't. Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how many fights you have. But Beast,
Ah, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Hey, no, I agree. So Vegeta Black said y'all the 3 Stooges. So y'all having no cry.
Who the fuck is the Three Stooges?
You 619.
What
man.
Man, hey, I call Larry. I call Larry.
Larry,
Larry.
Quero even has the slapstick in there. Slapstick element with all the grain shots he absorbs.
wait. Okay, so
Yes.
which
I
one of the
thought he
3
was
musketeers?
cool. I thought he was cool.
Which one of the 3 musketeers get hit some nuts off?
Kids.
KW said laughing my ass off. So this is the list. Everybody, This is the top 5 of this moment. Let's put quarter one, right? Quarter 1, 2021. Top 5 Street Beefs heavyweight fighters. This is who we have. Now, and I really appreciate this conversation because we got a lot of people talking about going to other branches. I think that this conversation for me really highlighted the what each branch's uniqueness is, right? So Scrapyard definitely has a lot of heavyweight contenders. And if you're thinking about professionally fighting, you probably want to, get some fights in at Scrapyard. That was a really good point because whose list didn't have somebody from Scrapyard or Pound for Pound?
Scrapyard got some fucking talent, man. Scrapyard does have some talent. They're owning talent up there.
Some fucking talent.
Sure, without a doubt.
Fucking talent. But yeah, so this was awesome, Daniel. I don't know if you have anything else you want to say.
There's a good amount of Scrapyard fighters that can easily come into the OGR and dominate.
For sure.
I also think that's the case for every branch, though. I think
every branch got some fighters that can come in. But I mean, I honestly think that Scrapyard got a couple fighters that most branches can't fuck with. Look at Golden Hands. I don't think anybody can fuck with Golden Hands.
Oh yeah.
Anybody in that division.
Fuck everybody up.
Yeah, even
what's his name?
Champ, Turtle.
Jay Gotham.
Oh, Jay
Y'all see
Gotham.
Jay Gotham? Turtle nice, but Jay Gotham hurts people.
Yeah. Well, if you just want to talk about the violence, if you just want to talk about the raw amount of violence, Jay Gotham is the number one guy. I mentioned Turtle just because he's also in the 155 boxing division, and his division, his defense is just so good. He's so hard to hit.
Who did he fight when I was up there? He fought one of the Turkish boys. Which one was it though?
I think Turkish Assassin. I can't remember.
I get confused. They're twins and they have similar fight names.
Yeah, they both have Turkish.
Turtle. Yeah, Turtle did a great job.
Turkish twins,
but real talk, I've been hearing some talk, some rumors about Izzy going up there and fighting Jay Gotham. Is that for real?
Boxing is supposed to be.
Okay,
boxing.
good boxing. Do not fight that man MMA. Bro, you do
not. I hate you, bro. I hate you. I hate to look this man in the eye and say, good.
Do not, bro. That is not a fight. No, we give Izzy a lot of shit, but I like you. You're my boy. I don't want to see you get hurt like that, bro. I don't want to see you get hurt like that. Jay Gotham is a problem.
Yeah, here's one of the scariest things I heard from Jay Gotham is that he's at that skill level and he only trains once a week or something like that, and all of his conditioning is just from his manual labor job. So that guy is 100% going to get into a real gym, and he's 100% going to further unlock that insane potential. He's athletically insane, and he has really good IQ. He knows when to throw strikes, and he knows.
Man, quit with all that. I beat Venom Black ass.
Stop it, Cornflake.
I don't know about that.
They got him.
I might win, but
we don't care. No ass. Cornflake. Beat that man ass. We want to see Beast versus Cornflake. We don't care that he's a super heavy.
Wait. Do y'all see this? Shinigami is saying
you trash.
Shinigami saying he got some pro off.
Kick your ass, 619. I'm really going to kick your ass, man. I can't.
He got some pro offers. People gonna want to watch him.
Since I got in here, I've been thinking about you since man, I can walk to the. I can walk.
You've all been waiting for.
Go fly to Vegas on Saturday. I'll beat your ass on Saturday.
Okay. Just wait. April.
All right, y'all.
Just show up, bro. Izzy, we also hooping too. We gonna play some ball probably Sunday.
Hooping too.
I ain't worried about hooping. Y'all can't fuck with me. Come on, man. Anthony, you all nice, but Anthony, you all nice.
Bitch, don't you use my government name right now. Weddle.
You just wait, Weddle. You just wait until I'm fully ready for you, Weddle.
Yeah. When I heal up in 6 years. Hey, you gonna wait till I'm over 40 and try to fight me.
4 months.
This
What?
motherfucker will wait till I'm over 40 years old and try to fight me.
Man, you're
That's
over
cool.
40 years old already.
I'm 38.
All right, check this out.
All right,
Check this out.
family.
This won't be the first time we come together to talk
It will
about the
not.
other rankings for the other divisions, because we're starting at heavyweight. Next will be the light heavyweight division, right?
Yeah.
Which
Bro,
three
I'll
of
be
you
on
will
light
go
heavyweight.
there.
Come on, man.
You know what's going first on that list.
Me.
The
That's
one-
right.
Funny.
And
That's
so we
funny.
certainly want to
The only
invite
time you
y'all
go
back
first
for
is
those
with your girl.
discussions.
Let's get that over with right now.
First of all,
You better lock that up.
All right, y'all. So let me take y'all off.
Nah, you better.
let me separate y'all. I gotta separate y'all. All right, Daniel. This was an awesome show, man. This is an awesome showcase. We seem to get a good chemistry of people on the show. I would love to have each and every one of them back. Maybe even get some new people on. But nah, it's definitely they should. 619 Wedo and Canadian should just get their own little situation set up, like because those are characters. But yeah, what are some of your takeaways from this top 5 ranking?
The thing that I liked about this was that we were able to form some criteria around the ways that we're going to assess which fighter makes it to the top 5. So I like that. I even like the debate format where people said, no, I don't know if this particular fighter has the quality of opponents to make it on the list, or they're just too new. And so I like the kind of debate, the back and forth between the fighters, giving their own insight and input on this. And so I really appreciate them for coming on, and I also love a lot of the kind of comedy that happened in between that as well. Some of the tangents that led us into deeper holes, and we had to come back, right? And so that's what I loved about this particular episode. What about yourself?
Yeah, I think when we think of entertainment and entertainment that comes out of people's living rooms, I think this was it. We had a good combination of people defending their points, but more so comfortable enough to take jabs and make things a lot more interesting. And so yeah, I really appreciated this collection of people. And as everybody knows, I am new to Street Beefs. Like, I don't know too much about Street Beefs. And so this is definitely an enlightening experience. Now I know some fighters that I should look up personally. Yeah, man, this is dope. And I'm excited for the next one. I'm excited to just convene the team and laugh some more.
Yes, absolutely. And so for those who just logging on now, I just want to make sure we show you the new rankings for the top 5 heavyweights in Street Beefs, regardless of discipline. All right, so we had number 1, Cornflake, number 2, Shinigami, 3, Big Smile, 4, Pony Boy, and 5, Beast. I know that people said, well, Beast is a super heavyweight, but that division isn't fully developed yet, and so we lumped Beast into the heavyweights because that's a bigger division. I mean, I don't think all branches have a super heavyweight either. So I think it's just easier if he kind of joins the heavyweights. And I think the heavyweights could actually fight Beast as well if they wanted to as well. So those are the official rankings, right? The Hard and Fight top 5 Street Beefs heavyweights. And so this is not static, as Wedo said, right? So this will continue to morph over time. Sure. As new fighters spring up, and we will assess whether or not they crack the top 5 list. And so look forward to what this actually looks like at the end of the year.
For sure. As you all know, if you want, you can go back in our content on our YouTube page and you'll see that we have an award show. And we plan on doing another award show at the end of this year as well. And with that being said, these things that we're doing now would for sure lead into that. But if you want to understand the format that we do at the end of the year, please go to our YouTube channel. Pretty much type in Hard in the Fight. Go to any platform, type in Hard in the Fight. But if you need more specific instructions, look at the bottom of the screen. You feel me? You see our Facebook. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And you can check our content out there, man. We produce some pretty good content. The whole purpose of Hard in the Fight is to expand our understanding of fighters. So, and Daniel can speak more to this. Before Hard in the Fight, you know, we just were able to engage with fighters linearly, and we wanted to just get a full picture and understand who the fighters are. And that's when Daniel and Omar first came up with the interviews and asking questions and us getting to know each other. And then with the Twitch channel, we kind of see them outside of the fighting ring and into like debates and how they interact and talk and discuss. And so all of this is in the heart of just helping the viewers and the spectators and the people who enjoy Street Beefs get to understand the Street Beef fighters on various levels. So yeah, that's us. Please, again, subscribe to our stuff. We got the Facebook, we got the Instagram, we got the Twitter, we got the TikTok. Come check me out on Twitch. Sometimes I'm playing video games. I've been playing Outriders and Apex Legends on the Twitch account. So if we're not doing this, if we're not doing Show and Prove, I'm definitely going to be playing games Wednesday night and Saturday night. Thanks for coming through. I see a lot of love in the chat. We just want to say thank y'all again for sticking through for the whole show. And yeah, Daniel, if you don't have anything else, that's it, man.
All right, y'all. Till the next time, make sure you dig deep and double down on your own commitments to your life, y'all. Peace. Appreciate it.